the state of Michigan, and by viewers like you.
Keep students engaged in learning over the summer. The Michigan Learning Channel's 8-week summer program has everything kids need to continue building their brains and learning key concepts that will help them succeed in school. From preschool to 6th grade, each grade has a variety of video lessons, a fun and interactive activity book, virtual events, and special broadcasts around our 8 weekly themes. All programs are available on the Michigan Learning Channel and on demand at michiganlearning.org/summer.
It's the Michigan Learning Channel Summer. Join us for new learning adventure each week with new programming, fun activities, cool teachers, and more.
Summer is full of opportunities to play and learn. That is why we've worked with PBS stations and content creators to bundle our favorite activities into an 8-week activity book specific to your child's age.
Find out how to download or pick up your summer activity book at michiganlearning.org/summer.
Hello, PBS kids. I'm Tara Hardy. I am the Director of Education Engagement, and I am excited to be here with you today to celebrate a virtual family workshop with Ready, Jet, Go. And I have with me today my other PBS lady, Miss Jenny Sobry. She will be joining us, and we have, hi, Miss Jenny. Hi. And we have another PBS lady and another kid with us today. He's a VIP kid. We have Miss Maria and Mateo. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
All right, today we are going to be doing Ready, Jet, Go. And we have a game that we'd like to play. If you're an adult, we're going to call you a big. And if you're a kid, we're going to call you a little. And the game is See Who's Faster. Okay, so I'm going to show my friend, ready, Mateo, and ready, Miss Maria, and oh, Miss Jenny's pretty fast too. I'm going to show my friend Sunspot. When you see him, you're going to put your finger on your nose, and whoever's the fastest will get a point for the littles, the kids, or the bigs, the adults. Okay, ready? Got your fingers warmed up? Here's our practice round. Oh, Miss Maria was slow. Miss Jenny and Mr. Mateo, I think you were almost at the exact same time. That's okay. That was just a practice run. During this show, we are going to try to trick you, me, and Sunspot. Oh, Miss Jenny beat you this time, Miss Mateo. Mr. Mateo, those of you at home, we want you to play too. If you're with an adult, they're the big. And if you're a kid, you're the little. See who can win in your household. All right, as we get started today, at the end of our call, we're going to make an airplane. So you're going to need the following things at the end of this call. So now is your chance, adults or bigs, to go grab those. I will try not to put Sunspot on the screen while you're gone. But here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of paper, a straw, scissors, and tape. That's it. And if you don't have those things today, don't worry. We'll show you where you can watch this later and make it later. We can use our bodies to be rocket ships too. That's what I'm going to do today. But Mateo's got all of his supplies at home. So he's going to be making the rocket ship when we show him how. And then at the end of the call, we will all blast off. Sound like a plan? All right. Okay, so what we're going to do to get started is first I'm going to ask Miss Jenny a question. Miss Jenny, I make mistakes a lot sometimes, and I like to try new things, but sometimes I get them wrong. And I like to think of myself as an engineer, but I'm not sure I am anymore because I make mistakes.
Miss Tara, it's okay if you make mistakes. So an engineer is somebody who tries to make something to solve a problem. So that's all it is to be an engineer. You make something, and you know what? Sometimes you do make mistakes, and that's okay. You try to fix it and make it a little better, you test it out, see if you solved the problem. If you didn't, you just keep trying. Try again. So you can be an engineer, Miss Tara.
Okay, so making mistakes is part of learning.
That's very true.
So there's 3 words I want to listen for today in the video that we're about to watch. So there's one word that kind of describes the other 2. The first word we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to ask Mateo because I think he's an engineer and a scientist and all those great things too. Mateo, do you know what the word force means?
So, yeah, force means that how much pressure you're about to add to something.
That's
So,
right. That's
You
right.
add a lot of force to, I don't know, this duct tape.
Oh,
it
look,
bent.
he's pushing it.
But if you apply a lot of pressure to, let's say, this thing, the straw,
He's
it's
quitting.
plastic. If it's plastic, then it squeezes just like the tick tape.
All right. So force is the name for pushing or pulling on an object. So when we watch this next video, I want you to think about pushing. Can you try that with me, kids at home? Mateo's going to show us. We get our hands back and we're going to push the air. That's pushing. And then the other part of that, it could be grabbing it and pulling it back. Can you do that with me too? Here we go. Grab that air. Oh, he's got a straw and pull it back. All right, so we're going to watch Ready, Jet, Go. We're going to look for his friend Sunspot. Oh, Mateo, Miss Maria beat you. And then we're going to talk about the video afterwards and get ready to make our rockets. So let's see what Ready, Jet, Go has to say for us today.
What is it? It looks like the top of an old-fashioned rocket. You mean those things you Earthies blast off from the ground into space? Yeah, like one of these. What a rocket! So huge and loud! Earthy rockets are amazing! I wish we could make one right now!
We've built homemade rockets before, Jet. Remember that time we made a foot rocket together?
Oh, yeah! We launched it by stomping on something that shot it into the air.
How did this piece of a big rocket get way out here? You know what? Some of the earliest rockets ever were built on the hill right over there.
You mean at the DSA?
Before there even was a DSA. There was only the observatory, run by pioneer astronomer Lone Star.
Lone Star. Wow, then maybe this is a piece of one of Lone Star's early rocket designs.
Oh boy, is this another Lone Star story? Tell it, Sydney, tell it! The story of Lone Star, the rocket guy. Back when Boxwood Terrace was just called Boxwood Territory, just a little old one-horse town.
Oh, can I play Lone Star?
Sure you can, and the rest of us can be the townspeople.
Goody! Can I be Cowgirl Mindy again?
Sure.
Sunspot says he'll be the one horse in this one-horse town.
And I'll be the crabby shopkeeper who doesn't believe Lone Star and always says poppycock. Poppycock.
Our story begins after Lone Star built the town's first observatory. One day he came riding back into the town square. Well, bless me, if it isn't Lone Star.
Yep. Howdy, science teacher. Howdy, townspeople.
Howdy!
What you doing back in town, Lone Star? I thought you were busy looking at the stars. Well, I reckon I was, but now I thought up a new idea.
What?
I want to do more than just look at the stars. I want to build a rocket that'll travel to the stars. Yep, you can now call me Lone Star, the Rocket Guy. Because I intend to build me a rocket, and I intend to go into space with it. Now, why should folks go into space? It's simple, shopkeeper. Because we should always keep asking questions and trying to find out more than we know.
What's that have to do with space?
Because exploring other planets in our solar system and beyond is just the natural direction for our curiosity to take us. Also, by getting way up high above the Earth, we can look back down and see it better and learn more about it, too. But one thing's for sure, we'll need rockets to get us there.
Poppycock! Well, next thing you know, Lone Star will be designing some kind of rocket they need to launch all of us into space.
Great idea, shopkeeper Sean! No, wait, I didn't mean... But first, I need to test my rocket. I have to try and launch a regular payload into space before I try launching all of us.
What's a payload?
It's all the cool stuff we want to bring into space. I was thinking I'd build my rocket right here in this square. It's a nice flat spot. Poppycock!
Wow. So then the Lone Star built the first rocket?
Yep.
That makes me want to build our own rocket.
We could. We could design a new foot rocket.
Yeah, out of the junk in my garage. We can be the Rocket Kids.
Okay, if we're gonna be rocket kids, let's be scientific about this. We need to design a foot rocket that will carry a payload up into the air.
So, how do we do that?
Why, I'm gonna use engineering, cowgirl Mindy.
Engineering? What's that?
Well, I'll show you. Engineering is designing solutions to a problem. You identify a problem you want to solve, like getting a payload into space. My cowboy hat will be the payload. And I'm gonna design a solution and then test my design until I find one that works. You know what? I even got an engineering song. You want to hear it?
An engineering song? My stars! Yes!
So you're trying to solve a problem? Well, problems have solutions. Try some engineering and you'll find a resolution.
One!
Define the problem. What do you want to solve?
Two!
Imagine a solution. And what would that involve?
Three!
Create. Design things. See what you can make. Get busy and get messy. Don't be scared to make mistakes. 4! Test your idea. Experiment and test. And see if you can find a way that's better than the rest.
5!
So, you like it? Well, maybe you can improve it. See if you can raise the bar, or maybe you'll just move it.
Communicate! And try collaboration!
Well, hey, that's what we're doing now, just for your information. You see, we solved our problem, because problems have solutions. When you keep on persevering and apply some engineering to the job.
Okay, we need air pressure to push the paper rocket up,
So I stop it with my foot, which pushes the air through the hose.
which creates the force that pushes the rocket up.
And the direction of the force is determined by the direction of the hose.
That's attached to the plastic bottle.
So by aiming the hose up, this makes the rocket go up. Huh. Well, One Horse, I think I got it figured out. We just need a bigger boot to stop this thing.
Well, on the one hand, I'm annoyed at all Lone Star's rocket design failures landing all over the town square. I should be saying poppycock. But on the other hand, I'm kind of glad for all this hat business that Lone Star's been bringing me. You're never going to launch a payload into space. It's just too dead-blamed impossible.
Impossible? Ha! I love trying to do the impossible. In fact, I just got me a brand new idea, shopkeeper.
Oh no, a brand new idea?
Yep, and I'm gonna need the biggest cowboy boot you got.
Wow! Now all we need is a payload.
You guys, why don't we send Neil Armstrong?
Really, Sean? Neil?
I reckon if anyone's brave enough to do it, Commander Armstrong is. Don't worry, Commander. You've got the right stuff. Okay, Sydney, stop it!
you okay?
Stand by. Attempting a visual.
There he is!
Thought I'd never sell that boot.
My payload! I consider that problem solved. I got my payload way up in the air. Oh yeah, engineering!
Woo! Lone Star, the rocket guy! I never thought he could do it.
Me neither. But he sure did. I have to grudgingly admit, I admire this kooky feller who makes loopy ideas happen with his newfangled engineering.
Why, thank you, shopkeeper. Just for that, here's a prediction of the future. Someday, when I'm older, I'll invent a rocket fuel that'll lift a rocket all the way up out of the Earth's atmosphere. Boom! Zoom! Shoo!
Really? What for?
'Cause that's the future. To carry a payload, and even us, to the stars, to infinity, Cowgirl Mindy, and elsewhere. Lone Star, I love staring at infinity. Farthest of the dimmest stars, still ain't far enough for me. Lone Star, I love the music of the midnight sky. In the quiet I hear the stars calling to me from on high, saying, Lone Star, Lone Star. Well, I'm gonna design a rocket ship that'll shoot me into space. Toward the stars of the Milky Way, I'll take that rocket every place. Oh, Lone Star, I love staring at infinity. Teeniest, tiniest, dimmest star, well, it still ain't far enough for me. Lone Star, I love the music of the midnight sky. 'Cause in the quiet I hear the stars calling to me from on high, saying, Lone Star, Lone Star.
Engineer, wait, what's that you say, Sunspot? Oh, I don't know who won that one. I think Mateo's waking up a little bit to put his finger on his nose. Engineering, impossible. That's what I kept hearing. Mr. Mateo, has anyone ever told you something was impossible?
Well, I was shuffling a little puzzle. I was shuffling a puzzle before, and I shuffled it so much, I went to a website that let you solve it, you use steps to solve it. And I typed it in multiple times, and it was like, try scrambling it again and then do it again.
And it felt impossible?
Yeah. And then it was so dumb, it thought that a solved Rubik's Cube was scrambled.
Yes, a long time ago, I bet people said it was impossible for rocket ships to go up into the air. And somebody didn't listen to them saying it was impossible. It was an engineer, and now there's rocket ships. So I think it's time for us to make our own rocket ships. We're going to watch Miss Jenny show us how to make a rocket ship. Remember, you need a piece of paper, tape, scissors, and a straw. If you don't have those, you can watch anyway and learn how to make it for later. Piece of paper, straw, scissors, and tape. But like I said, you can make it later. I'm not going to make it today because I already made them a couple times, but I'm going to use my body when we blast off at the end. So stay with us. We're going to blast off all together right after this.
3, 2, 1, blast off! Today, we're using household items, engineering concepts, and a little imagination to build a paper rocket. For this project, you'll need a piece of paper, a straw, scissors, and tape. So to make your rocket, you're going to need your piece of paper. We're going to cut just a strip of paper all the way down. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the straw and we're going to roll the paper around it. Not too tight. And then once it's rolled up, we're going to take a piece of tape. And we're going to just tape it shut. So this is the body of your rocket. Then you're going to pull your straw out and you're going to fold over the tip to make a point. And again, you're just going to use a piece of tape and secure that. Now, let's add some fins. So we'll take that piece of paper again. We're just going to cut 3 triangles. I like to just use the corners as my triangles. One, 2, 3. And I like to make them about the same size. So then we're just going to tape those fins on the bottom here. And it's okay if it's not perfect. So part of being an engineer is seeing how things work. And if it doesn't work, we can always go back and try to make it a little bit better. So 1, 2. Here's your third fin. See, I cut mine a little bit too big there, but that's okay. We'll see, maybe it will make the rocket go even better. So then we're going to take our straw and we'll stick that straw right in there. And here we go, ready to launch our rocket. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Now that your young engineer has learned a little bit about force and gravity, encourage them to think about how they'd improve their design. Ask questions. How would you change the rocket? Here's another idea. Attach something small and light to your rocket, like a small plastic toy or a paper clip. How does this affect your rocket? Asking these types of questions will encourage your child to make and test predictions. For more fun educational projects, visit dptv.org/education.
Those of you at home that have a rocket, we're going to get them ready to blast off, and I'm going to count down just like a rocket blast. I'm going to get my body really tight, and Mateo's getting his rocket ready. We're going to count down from 10. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! All right, PBS kids, that was fun. And if you didn't get a chance to make a rocket today, go ahead and make it another day, because we are engineers and we were constantly learning and we don't believe things are impossible. If you'd like more activities and you're looking for more stuff, you can go to dptv.org/jet. And once you're there, you will find lots of resources from Ready, Jet, Go, including the rocket ship creation. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks to our VIP kid, and thanks to Miss Jenny and Miss Maria. Up and on our screen is the Ready, Jet, Go resources. This is what you will see when you go to dptv.org/jet. You'll see our Ready, Jet, Go friend right there, ready with his finger. You'll see in that blue box some teacher resources that are links to the videos that you saw today that will tell you how to do the activity. If you scroll down, you'll see some printables. Those are cool things you can print out if you've got access to a printer. And if you keep on going, we've got some extension activities there, the robotic arm challenge and kid-approved Ready, Jet, Go games. You can do Jet's Rocket Ship Creator, or try the Astro Tracker, whatever you like, or you can try them both and decide which one you like better. We look forward to seeing you next time. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Tara at Detroit Public Television. Get text to your phone with activities at Bright by Text as well. All of that's on that webpage, dptv.org/jet. We will see you next time.
Keep students engaged in learning over the summer. The Michigan Learning Channel's 8-week summer program has everything kids need to continue building their brains and learning key concepts that will help them succeed in school. From preschool to 6th grade, each grade has a variety of video lessons, a fun and interactive activity book, virtual events, and special broadcasts around our 8 weekly themes. All programs are available on the Michigan Learning Channel and on demand at michiganlearning.org/summer.
It's the Michigan Learning Channel Summer. Join us for new learning adventure each week with new programming, fun activities, cool teachers, and more.
Summer is full of opportunities to play and learn. That is why we've worked with PBS stations and content creators to bundle our favorite activities into an 8-week activity book specific to your child's age.
Find out how to download or pick up your summer activity book at michiganlearning.org/summer.